welcome to Murfreesboro After Dark. I am Murphy Mulvihill. Without further ado, let me introduce my beautiful, my talented, my sassy co-host, Brooke Grimsley.
Hello.
Brooke,
Hello.
how are you doing? Are you doing good?
I'm doing good.
Good. How was your spring break?
It was good, but not as eventful as yours.
Let me show y'all something. Come in here, too. Let me show you a little something. You see what I do for this show? Spring break! We have a fantastic show for y'all. Seriously, we have Tony Delano, local graphic artist, CEO of Cairo Inc., which is awesome, fantastic. We also have Jeremy Robertson. He's going to play a song for us. You stay tuned, Murfreesboro. We're going to have a good time. This is Murfreesboro After Dark.
So who's going to do what?
I'll pack the dead batteries.
Great.
I'll only put what I don't need into a duffel bag.
Perfect. That's totally unhelpful.
No problem.
Meanwhile, I will try to comfort everyone by speaking in a calm voice. And who is going to handle supplies?
I can forget to do a list for us.
Thanks, pal.
We couldn't be any less prepared. I'm proud of you guys.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Visit ready.gov/kids for tips and information.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised.
Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Looking for these? You drive buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back to Murfreesboro After Dark. We've got a great show planned for you tonight. Our first thing is something that really hits home for me. It's hard to watch for someone like me being a college student. This is what we like to call college students in their natural habitat.
College students in their natural habitat.
Today, we observe the male college student in his natural habitat. Notice as he's eating a very cheap pizza, but it has to be accompanied with gratuitous amounts of ranch. Watch closely as he, in fact, misses his mouth just a little, only to save that ranch for later. And nothing works better than a gallon of milk to wash it down and to stain your shirt. It seems it is time for the male college student to go to class. Not today, he says. This pizza is too good. What the male college student does not know is that in today's class there is a pop quiz. Is the pizza worth missing this pop quiz? Time will only tell.
College students in their natural habitat.
Brooke, I can't tell you how many times I've eaten pizza, gone to bed, and woken up with that white, creamy sauce on my face. It kills me. I think it's about time for our tweet beat. Our first tweet tonight says, funny how all these panhandlers are out now that the weather's nice. Seems like being broke would be a year-round thing. Hashtag Murfreesboro. Brooke, do you ever give money to panhandlers?
You know, I honestly drive by that woman at Checkers when it was nice outside almost every day when I was coming home from work. And I do think it's interesting that she's not out there anymore. And the fact that I saw that somebody took a picture of her with a DVD player, like buying one, is pretty interesting. So I think they're doing pretty well off anyways.
Spending their money wisely are the panhandlers. Let's move on to our next tweet. Attention all MTSU students. The student union is currently under attack. I repeat, the student union is infested with middle schoolers. Oh dear, I have too much to say about middle schoolers. Middle schoolers are gross. Boy middle schoolers, I was one at one time. It was terrible. I hated everything. I had acne. I was awkward. No one would speak to me. Everyone thought I was just a little boy. I'm sure, Brooke, you were just the cutest thing.
No.
No?
I wore polos and I had the same problems.
I still wear polos and I still look terrible in polos.
Did you pop the collar?
Oh, ever since I can remember, I've been popping my collar. All right, let's move on to the next tweet. It's funny how in high school you were a loser if you ate lunch alone. In college, that's all I want to do. Now, I got to tell you this. Eating alone in high school was the worst. Did you ever have to eat alone in high school? I'm sure you didn't.
No, I could not handle that. I wouldn't just show up to school if I had to eat alone.
Yeah, I think that it's like, I would rather go and take my food into a bathroom stall and eat it than eat alone. But in college, it's just kind of like, we're all eating because we're hungry and we don't really care what people think. That's kind of what I'm seeing from this tweet. Now we have what I like to call, well, it's actually my favorite segment, really. It's a segment that we promoted last episode, and it's called Rate My Flow. I'm extremely excited. We're going to get started. Here is Rate My Flow. Now this is our first flow pick. These are great flows. I'm extremely plussed and pleased with these flows. This is what I like to call muflosa. They've got the hair of a tiger, even a tiger, of a lion. They're the king of the pride. What do you think, Brooke? What do you think about these flows?
I mean, I like a good man flow going on with the hair. Mm-hmm. I think it's nice. And I like you said Mufasa?
Muflosa.
Oh,
yeah, you got to put flow
nice,
into it. Exactly.
Nice.
So I have to give a grade to each of our Rate My Flows. And I would say on a scale of green being bad and let's say red is good, I'd say we're looking at about like an aquamarine magenta. Let's move on to our next flow. Now this is a fantastic flow. This is what I like to call switch flow. If you look closely, those are the actual artists from the band Switchfoot. With their flow. You can't beat that. Now, I love Switchfoot and I love flow, so I'm going to have to give this one a pretty high grade. On a scale of 1 to like a velociraptor dinosaur, I'd say we're looking at least blue whale.
At least, so we go from colors to...
What? Yeah, well, it's different for different flows because flow is very, it's very objective. Mm-hmm. It's got to be blue whale. Blue whale's the biggest mammal that has ever lived. So, I mean, let's just say you got great flow, you got blue whale. Let's look at our last Rate My Flow. Now, this is our first entry of a girl flow. Now, Brooke, I love girls that have girl flow. What do you think about girl flow? Are you like into it? Do you think? I mean, you've got great flow. So like, how do you even get that flow?
How do you get lots of good products? I think is the key secret in there.
Products. Okay. Are we talking
conditioners?
We talking
hairspray.
Oh.
I mean, I have a whole dresser just of hair products that just keeps this flow going.
Mm-hmm. I usually just wash my hair with like a Brillo pad. And then just go with it. It works for me. Now, I've got to give a grade to our girl flow. I would probably say if we took a small Martian man as our low point, and then like the alien from Signs, starring the Mel Gibson, I would probably say we're somewhere in between like The Martian from Looney Tunes, which is a great grade. I love your flow. Girl flow is great. That's the end of our Rate My Flow segment. And now we have another awesome segment. This is run by our one and only Brooke Grimsley. It is called what we like to call pageantisms.
For one of my favorite and personal segments that's called pageantisms. So as y'all may or may not know, I've been doing pageants since I was 16. I got on stages like this with bright lights, beautiful dresses, and I ran into a particular type of woman that I like to call Pageant Patty. And we're about to look into the complex mind of this girl. So let me get into character. Okay. Is 7 inches too tall for stairs?
Whoa, Brooke. I don't even own 7-inch heels, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Where are my silver heels? I can only find one boob cutlet.
Boob cutlet?
Yeah.
What is a boob cutlet?
It's just a little something to perk them up, make them look nice.
Is it made of like a chicken cutlet?
Now it looks like a chicken cutlet, but you wouldn't want to eat that. Can she even see with those eyelashes? I mean, it looks like she's about to fly away. I think I lost all my butt hair with that last bikini glue.
Whoa, Brooke. Hold on a second. Did you just say butt hair?
Yes, girls have butt hair.
Girls, oh my gosh. My world is shattering in front of me. Female women have butt hair?
Yep.
What do you do to deal with that? Ooh.
Well, the butt glue, that kind of handles it. Takes it right off.
Glue?
Yes.
Oh man, I am looking at the female form in a completely different way tonight. That's all I gotta say about that.
All right, well, stay tuned for Murfreesboro After Dark. We have special guest Tony Delano.
Looking for these? You drive buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Hey, you going out like that?
Yeah, why?
Well, what would the neighbors think?
I see you! Come look at Mr. Feather. Look what I have. Mr. Bird, remember? Bark, bark, bark. We're just playing. We're just playing on trying to get you out of here.
Even still.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
So who's going to do what?
I'll pack the dead batteries.
Great.
I'll only put what I don't need into a duffel bag.
Perfect. That's totally unhelpful.
No problem.
Meanwhile, I will try to comfort everyone by speaking in a calm voice. And who is going to handle supplies?
I can forget to do a list for us.
Thanks, pal.
We couldn't be any less prepared. I'm proud of you guys.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Visit ready.gov/kids for tips and information.
Thank you. Welcome back to Murfreesboro After Dark. I'm here with Tony Delano. Tony, thank you so much for being with us.
No, thank you.
Hey, man, I'm just excited to interview you right now, man. So what's your story? Where did you get started in just designing and being artistic?
Well, I've always been an artist since I was a small child. I always drawn on walls and church bathrooms and things like that. But I come from a family of artists. My parents are sort of like gypsies, so we just kind of traveled the country doing randomness all the time. So just growing up, drawing, painting, working on different stuff. I started making album covers when I was a teenager for all my tape cassettes that I lost covers to. And it just kind of led into one thing into another. I couldn't get a job, and I had my daughter. I was 18 years old, and I had to find a way to feed her. So I knew other local artists that were doing rap music, and I just started doing their album covers for $75 a piece, and that's how I got started.
Now you've done work with some big names, Rihanna, Bone Thugs and Harmony, and Dr. Dre. Which of these big names, what do you say would be your like big break?
Well, my actual big break was the Bone Thugs and Harmony record. That was in 2006, and when I got that job, I was living in the projects here, and we didn't have a car, and I was basically just had a small old school iMac that someone had given me, and that's how I started doing that. So when I got the call, I had met Lazy Bone first at a show. He took me under his wing, took me around with him, introduced me to a lot of people, and when they got their deal, they called me for the album cover job, and that's how I got introduced to the industry.
Okay, so you started working with Bone Thugs, and you slowly started getting more and more calls, I'm guessing, because you started getting a name for yourself.
Well, yeah, but on the Bone Thugs record, I met a guy named Josh Fisher, and he was working in the marketing at Interscope at the time over that record. And shortly after that, during that project, we kind of developed a friendship and a relationship. And shortly after that, he left Interscope to go work for himself and do management. And he took me with him, and he manages me and represents me, and he's the one that brings me a lot of my industry jobs.
So he brought you, I'm guessing he brought you the DVD cover for Rihanna?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
She's actually a future ex-girlfriend of mine, so just trying to, yeah. So what is that like, getting to work for such a big name? Was it just like, I'm guessing you were just super excited about that.
It's exciting at first, and then you realize that it's nowhere near as cool as, you think it's going to be. It's not much different than working with anybody else, other than the checks are bigger and they come way later.
Way later? Okay, yeah. Good to know. One of my favorite pieces that you've done is the Ninja Turtles, because I grew up watching Ninja Turtles. I love Ninja Turtles.
Me too.
So can you just talk about how you decided to start drawing some of those Ninja Turtles?
Well, I started drawing Ninja Turtles. Like, this is one of my very first, drawings. That I'm from the original chapter of that crew. So now I have sons, they're big Ninja Turtle fans. They've seen all the movies, they watch all the cartoons, and for their birthdays, I drew them their own Ninja Turtles, and we had them printed out on these big 24 by 24 inch canvases for their room.
That's awesome. Well, Brooke told me beforehand she had a couple questions for you, so I'll toss it over to Brooke.
Yeah, I'm really interested in all the tattoos that you have.
Oh, yeah.
And you were talking about earlier that you actually did some of them yourself.
Yeah.
So what was that kind of like?
Painful?
Painful?
Nah, it wasn't that bad. Nah, tattooing yourself is definitely a task. Because, you can't stretch the skin, it's kind of hard to explain and show on camera, but it's hard to tattoo yourself because you only have one hand free to do it with.
Yeah, and you said it was very therapeutic earlier.
Getting tattoos in general, I find therapeutic.
Awesome.
I enjoy it. It's stress relieving, and I have a lot of kids, so.
Makes sense.
Is there any one that is like your favorite or just means
kid?
something to you? Oh, well, that.
I don't have a favorite kid.
That's good parenting. You shouldn't have
I don't have a favorite kid. Tattoos, man, I don't know. Some of them I really like, and some of them I don't like at all. But, I don't know. It's a growing piece. I'm not done yet.
Not done yet.
No, I'm not done yet.
Well, Tony, there's a lot of people watching that they want to open their own business. They want to start their own business. Do you have any advice for someone like that?
In any business, you have to be relentless, and you have to. There's nothing quick, and there's nothing overnight. There's nothing that you're going to wake up tomorrow and then just be successful at least it lasts long. There are overnight success stories, and they usually end terribly. because you really have to work a lot of years and put a lot of effort in to acquire the knowledge to handle success, first off. But two is you have to be relentless because there's millions of people doing what you do. And so you have to be relentless. In my early years, I would not sleep for 3 or 4 days straight. I would go hard. I would do 3 or 4 album covers in a day. I would do 4, 5, 6 flyers in a day. And I would move nonstop relentlessly around the clock because I had kids to feed and I was trying to get somewhere. And if you pursue anything with a pure heart, then it'll find you. And that's my success, or that's my success advice. Mm-hmm. Well, and don't get into the music business ever for any reason.
Well, Tony, it has been fantastic having you on the show.
Likewise.
Thank you so much for coming on, man. If you want to check out any of Tony's art, go to KyroInc.com. That's KYROINK.com. We'll be right back with some more Murfreesboro After Dark.
Yes, I am. Move! Give it to him hard! No, now.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Why you stab me with it? No,
They want to help,
Ow.
but don't know how. Teach your kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
Okay, so we drowned the fire.
Yep.
Stirred it. Drowned it again. And now just feel if it's cold.
Yeah.
Cool.
Smokey just gave me a bear hug.
I know. I already posted it.
So who's going to do what?
I'll pack the dead batteries.
Great.
I'll only put what I don't need into a duffel bag.
Perfect. That's totally unhelpful.
No problem.
Meanwhile, I will try to comfort everyone by speaking in a calm voice. And who is going to handle supplies?
I can forget to do a list for us.
Thanks, pal.
We couldn't be any less prepared. I'm proud of you guys.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Visit ready.gov/kids for tips and information.
Yes, I am. Move! Give it to him hard! No, now.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Why you stab me with it? No,
They want to help,
Ow.
but don't know how. Teach your kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
Welcome back to Murfreesboro After Dark. I'm proud to introduce Jeremy Robertson with his new single, Settle Down.
Is this man I see staring into the mirror, looking back at me impatiently? Is this man already trying to find his way all over again? He's settle down, settle down, settle down, settle down. Wondering this world he leads, a life worth living, or maybe so he thinks. Knowing really that a greed will glimmer from his eyes, paving a path to destruction he'll soon recognize. He said, settle down, settle down. within me is change. Start to recognize. No, you can't live this way. Oh, you can't live this way. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Start to settle down. Settle down, come on and settle down. Settle down, will you settle down? Settle down, settle down, and settle down, settle down.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jeremy. Everyone be sure to check out Jeremy Robertson's new EP. It's called Wait and See, and it'll be on iTunes and Spotify on April 1st. April 1st. Thank you again, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Mom, can we get some ice cream? Please, Mom, please.
No, we're having dinner soon.
Please.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
Really? Buzz, what's up, man? You left some leaves burning out here.
Yeah, I just just came in just for a second.
Come on, man. If it's too hot to touch, it's too hot to leave. You could torch the whole neighborhood.
It's a good point there, Smokey.
9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Don't look at me. Your hair's a bit frizzy today.
Aww, you should pick that up.
Oh, you're such a dork. Loser. Here, let me help you with that. Oops.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Oh, look, your crush is looking at you.
Poor you.
They want to help, but don't know how.
See, no one here's gonna help you, because no one
Teach
likes
your
you.
kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
My new mom and I have a lot in common.
The great outside.
We both love the outdoors.
So shiny.
That's not a flower. We both love geology.
Oh, look. An igneous one.
That's not a rock. And she knows a lot about wildlife.
A labradoodle.
That's not a dog. Hanging out has been kind of fun.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
Thank you so much for watching Murfreesboro After Dark. I am Murphy Mulderhill. I'm here with Brooke Grimsley. Brooke, would you like to sign us off?
Okay, bye.